Science students, there we got it. Today what we're going to try to do is recap the ruminant and some monogastric information. I alluded to yesterday that there is a review sheet on the website for Animal Science. So to get to there, now would be the time to go to the Animal Science page, find Review Digestive Tracts in the Notes column, clicking on that, and you have all of those. Or you saved it yesterday when we were talking about it in class. Either way, you can do it now. And it has about 40-50 terms that deal with the digestive tracts specifically. It doesn't get into the nutrients, which I still expect you to know, but this would be just the digestive tracts. I have set out and labeled some clay. With the clay, each one of the members has a chunk of clay with you being identified as a person to use the clay. That would take you then to you building something with the clay, and that would be all the bolded words. So you'll take the clay, make a mouth, make teeth on it, make a salivary gland, make the esophagus, make some sphincters, some stomachs, some small intestine, some parts of the small intestine, liver. Look this stuff up. I showed you that we have a book, and it's in that book, but it's also on the Google, and I would suspect most of you guys are going to use the Google, but you can use the book also. The clay then is to make those structures. The bolded ones are structures, so you should be able to identify the structure. It's all of the digestive tracts, not just ruminants, not just monogastric, and not just the birdies. So it's all of them. Maybe you want to make a giant one that has all of them, or what I would think would be kind of cool is you make one and then you have the spare parts over here, like Mr. Potato Head. You got Mr. Potato Head, you take off an ear and you put something else different in there if it's a different organism. For instance, if you have a monogastric, it doesn't have the rumen, the omasum, the abomasum, or the reticulum. So you make your monogastric, and then you say, well, I'm going to practice and make our ruminant. Now you take these 4 little other pieces, and you shove those pieces into this digestive tract that makes it a ruminant then. Whoop, there I come back. So that would be my advice at first. Find these parts and start to learn these parts. Second advice, or the second thing I want you to do to review this material, take some of the terms that are on there, like amylase. With the amylase is in your notes, and basically what's happening is you have it. All of our monogastrics have this little gland back in here called the parotid gland, and it's a salivary gland, and this releases saliva. That's amylase inside there to help us start breaking down starch. So on the back of the scratch paper, write enzyme that breaks down starch. These then would be little pieces that are going to help you try to identify the physiology or the functions that these parts are going. First, do the clay, get the parts. Second, get the physiology. This I really think can help you to understand it, and it's hard. Because if it was easy, you would be in a different class just puddling your way through it. This stuff is hard, and I want you to learn it so that you understand animal science a little better, and it applies to you. If you have questions, shoot me an email. I'll kind of check them throughout the day today, even though I'm not there. But this is your review assignment. It's not due on Friday, but if the substitute says you're just dinking around and not working, then it tells me you guys don't need time, and we can just test you and see how we go to the next item. Okay, Evan, keep it real.